Dion Dawkins signaling that his time in Buffalo could be up per his latest tweet. We can clearly see here 16 hours ago, Dion Dawkins says that Buffalo, New York is forever my home. Promise me that. But then he's got 2 walking away emojis and then a crying emoji, hashtag Bills Mafia. You could read some of the comments here. Sarah Larson saying, why are you walking and looking sad in this tweet? Please let me stop overthinking this. And a lot of people are assuming that maybe Dion Dawkins could be gone, could be traded by Brandon Beane. Maybe Brandon Beane approached him trying to restructure things in that contract, and he's not willing to. So maybe the next move here for the Buffalo Bills is to trade him. I think he's just too good of a player to cut. But there is a lot of speculation, and you could see here Dan saying, what's going on? Kathy saying, you are the heart and soul of everything that is Buffalo. Stay here forever. You know, Dion Dawkins has been a foundational piece for the Buffalo Bills, being selected to the Pro Bowl, being the protector of Josh Allen, our franchise, the blind side for Josh Allen. And it's just unbelievable to think that Dion Dawkins, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Trey White, all of these guys that were brought in at the same exact time could all be gone at the same exact time too. But again, everyone talking, Dion, what are you talking about? You got us worried. You look at the actual tweet, Buffalo, New York is forever my home. Promise me that. 2 walking away emojis and a sad face symbol. Some other speculation occurring here is that maybe Dion Dawkins has had a health scare or something happened where it's like an Eric Wood type situation where he's not going to be able to play football anymore. Maybe they discovered something that is a health risk for him to play football, and maybe Dion Dawkins will have to retire. Or maybe it was a conversation with Brandon Beane saying, hey, look, we are putting you on the trade block. We are going to be listening to certain offers here and potentially trade you during the NFL draft to climb up to get a wide receiver. And I'll tell you right now, if we do happen to get rid of Dion Dawkins, not having Trey White, not having Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, and some other pieces on this team like Mitch Morris offensively, this is going to be probably one of the hardest years for the Buffalo Bills to make the playoffs. I know going back to year 1 under Sean McDermott and year 2 with Brandon Beane, the first year that he was here with us, those are definitely probably the hardest years without having Josh Allen as our franchise quarterback and having Josh Allen as a rookie. But knowing that Josh Allen has progressed into the quarterback that he is right now, ultimately he gives us a chance to win the Super Bowl every single year. But what we have to know is that these players have been luxuries on this team simply because we are paying Josh Allen a premium. We've had some great players on this team, and we just really did not capitalize with those players here. So what we need to do as Bills fans and also players is realize how short of a time you have, and ultimately the window is always closing. It's not closed, it's just always closing. And I think with Brandon Beane, with Sean McDermott, with Terry Pagula and Kim Pagula and the Pagulas willing to spend the money, I trust that Brandon Beane is going to get us back. Like, I trust that they built this team to where it is, and I trust that they could do it again. Maybe this is somewhat of a restart button, but we're restarting with a franchise quarterback in Josh Allen, who gives us the best opportunity to win out of any quarterback in the NFL. You consider his dual purpose ability from throwing to running, just doing a little bit of everything. Josh Allen has progressed into what he is, and I think the Bills don't need as much talent because of having Josh Allen. Now, I know Stefon Diggs is also getting up in age. Stefon Diggs, some people are saying, is no longer a true number 1 wide receiver. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. We need to give Stefon Diggs some help, and also Josh Allen some help. And I think getting a rookie wide receiver, possibly trading a Dion Dawkins to climb up in the top 10 of the NFL draft, pair it with our first-round pick and Dion Dawkins to get up into the top 10, to get the wide receiver that fits the Buffalo Bills, to get the wide receiver that is actually going to open up Stefon Diggs. I mean, Stefon Diggs has been covered. Like, we have not really had another answer on the perimeter. Yes, we've had answers in the slot. going back to Cole Beasley. John Brown was kind of an answer on the perimeter too as well, but I'm still expecting and wanting someone a little bit better. Now, I know Michael Thomas is also a free agent out there. The Bills have accumulated some room with the salary cap, and pairing him back with the New Orleans Saints wide receiver and passing game coordinator that spent a lot of time with Michael Thomas. I mean, Michael Thomas had an NFL record with the Saints for the most receptions in a single season. Plus, he worked 4 years with Deontay Hardy. I think pairing both of them up here in Buffalo would definitely pay dividends. Also, Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, Khalil Shakir, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox. It's going to be super, super interesting to see what unfolds. And on some other news, too, we did bring back Quentin Morris. He just happened to re-sign. And we did bring back David Edwards. So both of those holes are definitely solidified for Joe Brady and the 2024 Buffalo Bills. The whole point of this video is to discuss Dion Dawkins' potential departure out of Buffalo, to include Micah Hyde because of his retirement, to include Trey White, to include Jordan Poyer, to include Mitch Morris. All these guys have been here for 5+ seasons, more like 7 seasons, and really all coming in here pretty much at the same time, other than Mitch Morris. But again, this is absolutely huge. The Bills are starting to turn the page, starting to figure things out here. And I think we have to start mimicking what other Super Bowl champions are doing, like the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, they are the staple in the NFL. And I think that the Bills could kind of replicate what Andy Reid and the Chiefs are doing. Obviously, parting ways with Tyreek Hill, making the most out of that team, and really relying on that defense. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs defense was really what held them through that season, and then they just relied on Patrick Mahomes and really him and being super prolific at the quarterback position. Now, I do think Josh Allen is a better quarterback overall than Patrick Mahomes. Now, I know Patrick Mahomes definitely does some things a little bit better than Josh Allen, but when you take account overall ability, I think Josh Allen definitely surpasses Patrick Mahomes. So you understand all these things, right? You take this all into account. Maybe the Buffalo Bills need to really start relying on this Buffalo Bills defense, really start relying on Bobby Babich and Sean McDermott coaching up this defense. And I think the Bills definitely have some linebackers progressing. I mean, Terrell Bernard was almost a rookie last year, not having any game experience. We're going to be getting back Matt Milano. We just restructured Rasul Douglas. I mean, the Buffalo Bills have definitely made some moves defensively. And I really like Dorian Williams too, right? Ed Oliver continuing to blossom. Maybe the Bills decide to bring back A.J. Epinesa. Maybe we bring back Shaq Lawson, Jordan Phillips, who have gotten on very reasonable deals. So we really need to take a look at that and ball out of control for 2024. But Dion Dawkins, I hope you are here to stay. That would be another huge loss to this Buffalo Bills team. But drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is true? Do you think Dion Dawkins has a medical problem that he can't play anymore? Do you think maybe Brandon Beane approached them to restructure things, or maybe told them, hey, look, we're potentially going to trade you during this year's NFL draft to get the wide receiver that we want? What do you guys think? Drop your comments down below. Also, check the link in the description. You can get $50 off Course Careers, landing a high-paying degree in tech with digital advertising, with tech sales, software development, IT, data analytics. If you want a job in the NFL, the data analytics role will definitely get you hired. So make sure you check that out. They have free introduction courses too as well. Like, subscribe for future content, and I will check you guys soon. Go Bills.